Hi, good evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing good. Folks who already know what we do here is good. For others, this channel is about looking into your um astrological chart and then try to find the deeper meaning hidden in your chart. So, that is the basic target we have during this session. We try to make it a 1 hour session where anybody can come and ask their specific questions. And if required, if I feel that a specific Kundali has something significant to offer or something which we can't really rationalize in the live session, then I may request you to come offline and connect with me. So, in a session, we pick only one or two profiles which would be allowed to come offline and connect with us. So, I would request everybody to make sure you are sharing your questions as much as possible in details. And once it is being shared, I'll look at your chart and then try to find a specific reasoning behind your question. So that is what we are going to do, and it will be continued for 1 hour. So next 1 hour is when you are going to get my absolute attention, and you can ask anything related to your kundali. So there are very basic requirements of this channel where we don't want anybody to spam. We don't expect anybody to do so. If somebody is found doing anything of that sort, then obviously the next step is for us to block you. So, as I said at the beginning, this is going to be a 1 hour dedicated session for you where we are going to talk about your kundli, a specific kundli, and that is going to be created by me, and it will contain all the necessary data points which will give you considerable confidence on the specific event. So we use different techniques here just to find out what is there in your chart. So as long as you share the right details, right time, right place, we would be able to look into the details. So, hi Preetham, how are you doing? In what time period is best for me to clear my exams? I don't think this question it's not making perfect sense. When you say period is best for me to clear my exams, ideally you can't decide when you are going to appear for the exams, right? That is predominantly scheduled by an authority which is beyond your reach. So you can't influence that. So, what I would request you to share is the time when you are expecting that exam to happen, right? So, as long as the time is known and shared, I can definitely look into that. But if you are just asking what time is good for me to clear an exam, then it's quite vague question. Okay, June 26 to August 26. So that time you will be in Guru Shani Dasha, and that's a quite favorable time. Which exam is this? Do you have any specific name? Which specific exam you are preparing for, Preetham? Preetham, which specific exam you are preparing for? Okay. Chances are weak, I would say. So this time is not extremely favorable for you to clear the exam. No, Preetham, whenever there is your exam scheduled, right, you come back and we'll look into that. So I would not look into the horizon just because I know that you can't schedule the exams based on your preferred time, right? So since you can't do that, then there is no point me looking into the multiple options when exactly it can happen. So that's a pure waste of time. If you have any specific time frames, you can suggest that and we can look into that. One thing I would say, I can tell you some pointers, right? As long as there is a dasha which is helping you form the necessary combinations which are required for you to clear the exam, should be favorable for you. For example, if you are in the transit of Saturn, I mean, in the dasha, if Saturn is there, and along with this, as long as Saturn and Venus are forming some sort of appearance in your dasha, most likely this event would happen. But as of now, I don't see it happening in near future till 2027, right? So 1 year horizon we are looking at, and for 1 year it has not been conducted. So since it would not happen, so the chances of you clearing that is pretty low, right? I would say try all possible exams which you can appear for, and that at least you can give a try, because during this time if you are clearing any exam, that would, there is a possibility of you clearing exam, but that would be a low paying grade job, because we don't see much of a benefit there for you. So as long as you are clearing or appearing for an exam where it is less beneficial for you, you should be able to make it. Other than that, the dasha is not in absolute favor of you clearing an exam which is going to give you considerable growth or financial gains. I hope this helps. Okay, let's move on. Who is next? Avneet Kaur. Hey, hi Avneet, how are you? Avneet, we can look into the possibility of job, whether it would be government or private, requires more analysis. That conclusion can't be made here. So for that, I would request you to come offline for that. But I can tell you the time. And I want to just very clearly call out one thing. This is not a Chhapri's channel. So anybody who is coming here, make sure you are not using any language which is not appropriate. So I would request everybody to be very careful with the choice of words. So Avneet, this is your token. Please make sure this token is maintained with you. If you are not having this token when you come again on this channel, I would expect you to share this before you ask any more questions. Okay, fine. Now we are going for Avneet Kaur. So Avneet, your numerological chart is confirming that you will definitely have a working condition. You will be in a job for sure. Most likely it is not going to be a government job. So if you are interested doing a job, then please look for a private sector opportunity. That is definitely going to work out for you. Right now, if we see, and if you are seeking any job opportunities, you are in Saturn Moon Ketu transit at the moment. And this is a quite favorable time for you to look for an opportunity, right? So if you are seeking any job options, then please apply for a private sector job, and that is most likely going to work out for you. Okay, so the current time in which you are itself is very favorable. So I would suggest you to look for that. Look for the suitable opportunities, and the time continues to be in favor. So the next slot starting from March, 13 March till 17 June is also quite favorable. So be focused, but don't waste this time to look for a government sector opportunity. So if you are getting any private sector opportunity, please go for it. The government sector job is a bit of a challenge. Private sector is suggested because the chart has a support for it. The current time is in favor. Okay, guys, anybody else? So, Avneet, the current time is in favor uh, of you if you want to seek a job. Okay, guys. Today's session would be for around 1 hour. So we'll be closing sometime around 10, 10, 10, 10. So that is the time when we would be closing. Enjoy, Avneet. Enjoy then. Now you would also say that free will is the ultimate thing, right? Yeah, sure, sure. Continue. If you get something in the government sector, I have created your token. Please come back and let us know uh, whatever is the outcome, and we would remember you. Probably you would forget us, but we would remember that there was somebody named Avneet Kaur came. So that's absolutely fine. But if you get something in government sector, I would love to know that. Yeah. So I have shared what your chart is indicating. Rest all is in your hands. So if you can do so, well and good. I would be the most happiest person on this planet if you get that what you want. And if this doesn't happen, don't worry about it. Private sector is always over for always there for you. Okay, folks. Anybody else has any questions? Please do share that with us. I also wanted to call out that on a special request from a lot of our users, we have made the compatibility reports free for now. So it was made free a day before Valentine's Day, and then we kept it free till now, and we want to keep it free for another week. Right? We see a lot of traction there, and a lot of people are trying that. So we just decided to keep it free for a bit longer time because people were not interested um, going for the paid service, right? We had just kept it free for everybody, so you guys can enjoy, take profit of this, and let us know your feedback. If you are going through any sort of turbulence in your marriage life, or having a partner, or going through a toxic relationship and not getting a clue why is this happening, then potentially having that compatibility test can potentially help you. How would it help? It would at least tell you on what parameters you both are not aligned. So that alignment is something which signifies the gravity in the relationship. If a relationship is not sustaining and having continuous turbulence or frequent misunderstandings and other things, it's always advisable to look for the compatibility, right? So as long as compatibility is there, and you know that these are the areas where you are struggling, so then consciously you can put some more effort correcting that specific area to regain the confidence in the relationship. Otherwise, we all know how exactly the relationships get impacted, and ultimately, what is the result of any relationship which is impacted. It ends into serious conflicts. So, I would suggest everybody to consider using that. It's free right now, and we don't know how long we'll keep it free. Hey, hi Nili, how are you? Nili. Nili, please confirm if you're there. If you are, then I'll create a profile. I have added you into the queue. So let me know if you're available. Hello, Mr. Pandey. How are you doing? I feel you came in one of our previous sessions also. So what brings you here? We are creating Nili's profile. What brings you here, Mr. Pandey? So Nili, this is your token. Please keep this handy when next time you appear here, right, on our channel. I would be expecting you to share this token. So this is the only way we can have any further communication related to your chart. So there are two ways you can connect with us, right? Either you have your own token or you come with the token which I'm sharing. So as long as any of these two things are there, we can open your chart and look into it. Nearly, I would say you should focus on government job if there is no rush. So if you can focus on government job, then there is a very strong possibility of you getting in there. So that is something I would say you should not leave. Obviously, there is a possibility means uh, you have to be a bit careful in terms of choosing the exams and the time when you are appearing for it, because there are only two planetary positions which are supportive for a job which will give you considerable gain. Otherwise, the possibility of job is there, but the gains from it may be impacted. So you have to make sure the specific time is being selected to appear for the exam. So two things I said, right? Government job is possible, but the time when you appear for the exam is very crucial. If you're not choosing that wisely, you would land into an opportunity which may not be very beneficial for you. Okay? You are in currently in Surya Shukra Angal. Surya, Shukra, and Mangal. If you are appearing for any specific exams or making any attempts, this time is favorable. Starting from March till April 20, 26 April 2026, the time is not in favor. Most likely, you are not going to see considerable. Uh, I mean, your mental state would not be in very favor of you, right? And you would be having low confidence, and those things would be happening with you, and potentially that would lead towards a. If you are appearing for an exam, then it would lead towards a kind of failure also. So you need to be careful with that. The next slot starting from 2026 April till June 14th is a pretty good time for you. You should confidently appear for any exams during that time. Okay. Next, just next slot after that is not very favorable. If you want to start any e-commerce business or something like that, so there is a slot where you can have this business initiated, and that should be in the month of August 2026. There is a possibility of starting a e-commerce business or any business which is related to digital. Moving to 2026 October, at the end of October, your dasha is changing, and that dasha is very favorable and in absolute support for job. So you would be moving from Surya to Chandrama. So that is definitely going to be very helpful for you, because the Star Lord and the Sub Lord is in absolute support for the event. So I would say that the overall time looks pretty good. Only the window where I said to be careful is what I would say. Just just have a bit of control over your emotions, control over your thought process and all that things, right? So that is between the March and the April, and the second one is between June to August. So these are the two slots. If you can take care of yourself, rest all is quite favorable for you. I think this makes sense. Take care of yourself, and I'll be just documenting what we just discussed. Anybody who wants to get their things analyzed, please make sure you share your details, and always welcome Nili, and make sure the time frames which I have suggested, during that time you are a bit extra conscious. That does not mean that you start missing your exams or just simply decide, oh ho किसी ने बोला है तो अच्छा नहीं होगा. So don't think like that. Use this time to put extra effort. Use this time to make sure your consciousness is at next level, and you are focusing more on your exams, right? Focusing more on your well-being, on your health, on your mental health. So as long as you can take care of those things, I think things will be pretty all right. The chart is in support of job. The government job is Mickey. We have received your details. Please don't spam. Mickey, this is the last time I'm telling you. Please don't spam. Support of the job. The chart is in support of the job. The government job is Mahesh. Do you want me to repeat the same thing which I said to Mickey? Mahesh, please don't spam. This is not a Chapari's channel. So please don't do something which I don't like, right? Make sure you are having some decency. I can read what is appearing in the chat, so I can just pick you, add to my queue, and for that I would expect some decency. Okay, don't do the duplicate messaging. There is a very clear message coming on the screen: no spamming. And this is what is called spamming, right? Where you keep messaging the same thing, right? So please maintain the decorum and don't message multiple times. And I know that you guys keep sending the messages just to get yourself realized and recognized, right? So this is a 1 hour session. In 1 hour window, we just take only 10 readings, not more than that. So in that 1 hour session, if you are sharing your details within the 1 hour window, it's fine. So you sending the message multiple times is not going to make you the participant of that 1 hour window, right? So the participant you would become if you come on time. So I would expect everybody to just maintain the decorum and please don't spam. The government job is possible. The time frame where Rahu and Saturn are in transit should be avoided. Fine. Nearly, I have just taken the notes of the discussion we just had. I'm going to add two more folks in the queue. One is Mickey, and the next one is Mahesh. I want to say one thing, that anybody who is here and thinking that me saying something is going to change your life, then that's not going to happen. The only way through which your life is going to change is by your karma. So astrology is not an alternative of karma. तो वो तो करना पड़ेगा. Now, if somebody is thinking, I'll just ask somebody and that guy would tell me something good and good would start happening to me. So that's not the way things work. Use this. Mickey, this is your token. Just keep this handy. Next time when you come, I would expect you to share this token. So I was saying that asking an astrologer is not an alternative of your efforts, your karma, right? तो आप अपने कर्म पे कंसंट्रेट करिए. अगर आप उस पे कंसंट्रेट नहीं करेंगे तो बहुत ज़्यादा आपको इम्प्रूवमेंट्स नहीं देखने को मिलेंगे in your life. Okay, so that is something I would suggest everybody to make sure use this as an opportunity to know something which is unknown, and then work towards that unknown to make it a reality, right? So there is a very strong possibility of you being in job that is there, but at the same time it is not supporting the government job. Okay, so I would suggest you to look for something in the private sector. And just give me one more minute. One more minute. Hey, hi, Goddess Ma Vaishno Devi. Good to see you. I hope everything is fine with you. So, Kiran, um, job is promised. The possibility of you joining government is low. And that is fine. So आप वो अटेम्प्ट कर लो जो आप दे रहे हो. आप देते रहिए. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट डोंट डू दैट. But what I'm saying, there is a less likely opportunity of you getting into the government sector. आप प्राइवेट सेक्टर को एक्सप्लोर करना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड एज लॉन्ग एज यू आर विलिंग टू एक्सप्लोर दैट एज अ पॉसिबिलिटी. अगर आप हाय गुड इवनिंग गॉडेस. आई फॉरगॉट योर नेम. इट वाज शीतल और व्हाट इज योर नेम? Shashi, Sheetal. It starts from S. I remember, but I literally forgot about your name. So if you could help me remind your name. Uh, if you could remind me your name, that would definitely help you. I remember it starts with S, but that full name I have forgotten. Yeah. So I was coming to that, Mickey. What I'm saying, the possibility is low starting in the government sector, but I can tell you the time frames when you can attempt for it. If you are going for any such exams which has a possibility of opening the doors for government sector, then you can definitely try in that time slot. And that is not in the near future. It is somewhere in 2027 March, which I would say is decently long time. You should not worry about it, and you should just look for that time. And that's a extremely favorable time for you to look for the government sector. Starting from 26th of March till 29th of May 2027 is the time when if you are getting an opportunity to appear for an exam, then things will be in your favor. Apart from that, if you are going for that, then most likely you would be experiencing some uh, fallbacks where you're not getting the necessary marks, or you are not even appearing for the exams. There can be multiple reasons in which you are due to which you are not able to clear that. So good thing is that there is a possibility, but that is in 2027 March until May. So starting from March till May, if you have any opportunities there, go for it. Otherwise, your chart is in absolute favor of private sector, which I would say is the reflection I get from your chart from the very first look. Anybody else? Mahesh, if you are there, please let me know. Mahesh, please let me know if you are still with us. Hey, hi Pooja. Mahesh, if you are there, let me know. Mahesh, if you are there, please let me know. Pooja, if you have any specific questions, please ask. Uh, else you can leave. Means this AI summit which is happening in India, right? It is like monkeys dancing there, right? So this is really pathetic. Hi, grow for goal. How are you doing? Grow for goal. We are. If you don't know the exact time, right? I'm so sorry. I would not be able to help you. Yeah, grow for goal. I'm so sorry. I would not be able to help you. Why it's J4787. Wow, what a name. Mr. Yuvraj Jagtap 920. Grow for goal. The problem is with this variable time, right? Where you're saying 10 to 10:30 or whatever time you said, 11 to 11:30. Then there would be a considerable drift in the degrees of the planet, right? And then the Nadi chart would get impacted because of that. So that's the reasoning I'm saying I would not uh, be able to help you, because with that kind of variability, I would not be sure what I'm looking at. Yeah. So, in case if there is a discrepancy, then you need to book a offline time, and then there we can work together to correct the time, find the right time, and then we can look into it. Polemy, how are you doing? Thank you for sharing your details. We are creating Polemy's chart now. गवर्नमेंट जॉब का योग किसी के कुंडली में नहीं बनता है, मुझे जहाँ तक पता है. अब आप को जो बता सके उससे आप पूछ लीजिए. आई वुड नॉट बी एबल टू हेल्प यू एज वेल. आई कैन हेल्प यू विद whether you will get a job or not, but वो गवर्नमेंट जॉब होगी प्राइवेट जॉब होगी इज समथिंग वी कैन टेल, बट अभी मन नहीं है. We are taking Polymerase chart right now. Two 2017 July. Polemy, this is your token. Please keep this handy. Next time when you come, this is what I would be expecting you to share. Okay. 'So Polemy, your numerological chart is denying the possibility of government job, but it has a possibility of job, but it wouldn't be a government job, most likely. This also indicates that if not right now, then in future there is a possibility of a struggle with finances. Although you may have a tendency of saving money, means कंजूस होते हैं ऐसे लोग, but you would always have a bit of crunch when it comes to money. As far as job is concerned, there is a very strong possibility of you getting into the job. The current time in which you are in is very supportive for job. What's your education? Are you in some sort of um, analytical skilled job, or what kind of job you are seeking? Follow me if you can specify that. That will give us a little bit more clue. Which specific job you are appearing for, follow me, or preparing for? Is it related to education, or is it related to some sort of finance related job? Or what kind of job is this for which you are appearing for teaching? Good, good. So your numerological chart is denying that. Even your astrological chart is also. And that is fine. Education is fine. I'm in support of that. But there is a considerable weakness there, and because of that, I'm saying your astrological chart is also supporting what I'm saying. So for that, you need to do certain practices to strengthen the necessary planets. Just give me 2 more minutes. The overall time in which you are in is very favorable for you to clear any exams. So if you are preparing for it, I can tell you the exact times when you should be getting a good result. 2026 August till 2026 December, if you are appearing for any exams, it will be pretty good. Anything after 2026 August, if you are going for that exam, then the next 2 years is extremely favorable for you. So I would say good. So I would say do one thing. If you're not appearing for any exams right now, it's all right. Try to aim for exams starting from 2026 August. That is the time which is extremely favorable for you in order to pursue any opportunities in the government sector, specifically related to education. As long as you can have something during that window, right, you are definitely going to see a considerable benefit there. But that starts in 2026 August, not before that. So before that, there would not be any considerable success for you. Even though the time is supportive right now, but it's a bit weak. The strongest time starts from 2026 August. Charan, we can't add you just based on your date of birth. We need more details. Follow me if you need any specific remedies, because there is a possible remedy for enhancing the possibility. If you want, you can reach out to the number which is flashing on the screen. No, it's not about denying. It's not denying in your chart. it's weak in the sense you would still be able to appear, but do number char number means 2 4 numbers you will be falling short, right? So that can be the situation you are in at the moment. So for any event to take place, right, we have to make sure the star lord and the sub lord are supportive for that event, right? The necessary combinations are being formed there. So even though these combinations are formed in your chart as of now as well, but that is formed as a planet level, which is the weakest position. Uh, and the denial is also there at the star lord and sub lord level. So as long as we don't get a combination which strengthens the possibility at the star lord and the sub lord level, the planet itself would not be able to execute that. So that's the reasoning I said the time is the current time is reflecting that possibility, but it is not strong enough for you to execute the event. And that is the reasoning that time is suggested to you. I would not share any more details beyond this. Uh, so I hope this is enough. Charan, what is your question, man? You are just sharing details in bits and pieces. I don't like this approach. Polemy, I don't know. I would say I don't know, Polemy, because the kind of question you are asking, you yourself is not very confident, right? I can just tell you whether the time is supportive for it or not. Now you start sleeping, right? You don't do anything. You get up at 10 p.m., sleep full day, watch Netflix, and after August come back and say that I didn't get selected, sir. Why? So that's your karma. So I'm telling you that in August the time is favorable, but that does not mean you just start enjoying Netflix now. That means you double down on your efforts. When the right time comes, you would be shining. So whether you will be selected or not, I hope you should be clear enough what makes you successful, right? So your efforts makes you successful, but obviously sometimes what happens, you keep making the efforts and you are really putting your honest efforts, but still things are not happening because the time the planets are not in the supportive state. So what I meant was very simple, but I feel that you are a bit and your planet is indicating that. So I would say all the best. uh, Work a bit on your attitude also, potentially that would help you. Let's move on. When somebody says that, after telling a specific time frame, when somebody says, would it really happen, that defeats the entire purpose of you coming here and me looking into your chart. Because it would happen or it won't happen depends on what you would do, right? If you wouldn't do anything, then how would it happen? And that is the point I want everybody to be clear about, right? It's astrology is not about me telling something and happening in your life. It's about we telling a time frame in which a specific event has a possibility to occur. अब वो होगा या नहीं होगा वो आपके एफर्ट के ऊपर है. So don't think that ki somebody is saying and then it is going to get materialized. So people like Ptolemy or somebody like that, they always live in dilemma. uh, I don't know how to get them out of this situation. So we have Charan. After Charan, I'll take Gaurav and then we'll close the session. Bengaluru. How's the climate there, Charan? Charan, that's good. Nice. I was having a word with one of my friends. He's in Infosys, and I mean, he was complaining that at night it is becoming very cold. He was talking in context to his daughter. So she's just 8 months old. So I have been there in Bangalore for 8 years, so I know the climate there. I was just checking how is this. Okay. Charan, this is your token. I would request you to please keep it handy next time when you come. Charan, I would say that you have a great career. Means it wouldn't be a roller coaster ride for you. You'll have a pretty stable journey. Uh, so you'll have a pretty stable journey. That is a good thing. Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Mars. Which specific sector you are trying, Charan? In which specific sector you are trying, Charan? Charan, be a bit quick, man. I have to close the session. Healthcare domain is fine, but in healthcare domain, that is fine. But as a engineer, or what's your profile? Means I have also been in the agriculture domain, right? FMCG domain, and oil and gas domain. So these are the domains I have been a part of. Even healthcare domain. So I was part of Baxter team also. So uh, the question is, what's your profile there? Oh, that's fine. But in healthcare domain, what are you doing is what I'm asking. Okay. So career wise, it is going to be very stable. I don't see any major challenges there. Your profile is pretty good for the government sector also, but I don't know why you are not asking that question or why you are not preparing for that. I was expecting you to appear for a few government exams. If you could do so, then that's really beneficial for you. So government sector is what you should be definitely exploring. See, finance is something which is associated, if you are a working guy, right, then finance is associated with your current company, the package, and other things, right? So, since you are asking this question, then potentially you are not getting the sufficiently decent amount there, right? And maybe that is what is making you think कि घर लेने के लिए पर्याप्त नहीं है पैसा मेरे पास. So for that, I can just tell you when exactly you can switch the job, which ultimately results into a better package if there are favorable conditions for that. But apart from that, being in the existing job, you can't have the improved or increased financial conditions. So that's a very normal social norm. Now, your question should be how can you get better financial status, right? So for that, definitely you are a working guy, so you have to switch the job or you have to get the promotion in the current job. So I can just look for whether there is a possibility of promotion in the current job or there is a possibility of joining a new job. Other than that, I can't look into anything else. So if you want me to look into any of these, then I can definitely check that. Otherwise, this question can't be answered. Who is next? Gaurav, if you are there, please let me know. Gaurav, please let me know if you are still there with us. Okay, Gaurav, thank you for confirming. So, Charan, if you want to switch in the current job, right? Uh, A department, yaar. This is a nonsense question, Charan. I don't expect you to ask these kind of silly questions. Uh, if you are looking for a job change, then the current time is having a favorable condition. You can just hold on. So, so the time which is currently going on, the dasha itself is very strong for you to look for a change. So if you can explore possibility in the in market, right, then the dasha itself is very much supportive for the event. I can just tell you when. So you can try in the current duration before 15th of March. Before 15th of March, if you explore any opportunities, it is definitely going to give you better options in the market. Otherwise, if you miss this window, then the next slot for you is starting in 2026 November. That these are the only two slots I can see in the near future where you can explore the possibility. Otherwise, the transit and the combination is being formed in 2027 June. So now you need to decide what you want to do. Either you switch your job and go for the higher package. That's the only way through which the financial status can be changed. Otherwise, FNO kar lo. Okay, guys, let's move on. We are now with Gaurav. Gaurav. Gaurav would be the last one for today. Everybody is coming from Bangalore. Why, bhai? I spoke to somebody this evening and that guy sucked my 2.5 hours. So I'm a bit disoriented right now because that was a very intense and kind of useless discussion. Okay, Gaurav, this is your token. Keep this token handy with you. Next time when you come, I would be expecting this from you. There is a possibility of delay in marriage for sure, Gaurav, and that is purely from the numerology standpoint. Let me look into your nadi as well. Just hold on. There is a very weak possibility in your nadi chart also when it comes to marriage. Even though Venus is putting its all efforts to make it happen, but it's not appearing anytime soon in the dasha system. So in the dasha, I can't see that. There was a possibility. Uh, I feel that you should be already married, if because you recently came out of the dasha which was there from 2024 November till, and it ended in December 2025, and that time is extremely favorable for marriage. Now my question to you is, very good here. The Mahadasha is denying that, and Antardasha is confirming to it. Gaurav, have you had any discussions or any improvements in this direction? Means, have you had anything explored in this area for marriage during the time I mentioned? 2024 November, starting from 2024 November till 2025 December. Were you meeting somebody? Was there any sort of discussion with somebody for marriage or nothing? Gaurav, can you confirm that, please? Ketu is the only planet which is giving clear indication of marriage, but currently the dasha of Rahu is going on. Yeah, so currently the dasha of Rahu is going on, which is having a combination which indicates that there is a possibility of no marriage. So as long as, and dasha is the strongest, right? If you go from that viewpoint, right? So dasha and then the antardasha and the pratyantardasha. So dasha is the strongest point. Since it is in the state of denial, it would not let it happen. How long you have to wait for it? So somewhere in 2032, when you would be getting out of this dasha, is when it can happen. But even in 2032, it wouldn't happen. You have to wait for Ketu to come in that. So 2039 is when the absolute time for marriage is being formed, which is, I know, is quite late. But what to do? Just give me one more minute. I would like to speak to you offline on this. I would like to understand in the transit of Ketu what experiences you had, right? So this is my number because I see the transit of Ketu in, but I think that time you were not mature enough, right? You were not grown up. So even that was there and you would have not gone for the marriage. So that's fine. But I would still like to speak to you. I would still like to speak to you on this. There are remedies, definitely you can do that, but whether you would be able to do that or not is something you need to decide. I have given you the number. Just drop a message there. Tomorrow we can speak on this topic and then explore the possibility. But the natural execution of this event is going to take place far in the future. Okay? Or you just explore some nearby time frames, but those are very small. There is a slot in 2028 also, 2028 August. It can happen there. It's not about remedies, my friend. It's about the time, whether that time is there or not. So if that time is there, and if the time frame is a bit weak also, then you can do the remedies to strengthen it. In your specific case, the combination itself is not been formed. If you message and if we speak on this, then I can help you understand. what is the potential reasoning behind it from the Nadi standpoint. And I think that will give you a clarity why exactly you are facing this. So I have nothing else to add here, Gaurav. But your chart is indicating the weak possibility of marriage. One thing. Uh, there are planets which are also giving clear indication of you being unmarried, right? So that combination is also there. So you need to find a slot which is really giving you a long and sustainable which gives you a long and sustainable life partner, right? So we see the occurrence of that is very frequent. We will speak about it, and you have to be very careful. You have to choose the time which is perfectly aligned with the possibilities of marriage. Otherwise, the chances are very high that you may remain single or you may get divorced. So these are the two possibilities which are being formed in your chart. If you wish, we can speak on it. I have no problem with that. But let's connect tomorrow. The choice is yours. I have given you the number. I think this is the time for me to close now. Thank you, everybody, for giving this wonderful opportunity to look into your charts. Even though we had a very few people joining today are live, but still we managed to look into 8 different charts today. And thank you so much for giving this great opportunity to look into your charts. So we would be resuming the session tomorrow again, and it will be happening around 8 or 8:30. It will be a 1 hour session. I would expect all of you to be there with your lovely questions with as much as details possible. My name is Anand. I'm the founder and CTO of Lacuna Astro. This is a session I do to connect with you all to validate the algorithms which we are building for the predictions. With this message, I would like to close now. Thank you once again, guys. Good night.